What's up, peoples? Back again, like that. Back again. What you guys telling me? It's Gvbrazy here, and guys, we're here for more red talk. Anyway, let's get right into it, like that. Because the thing about it is that I'm gonna start all the way from the Liverpool game. I'm gonna start from there, and then I'm going to trickle my way through what's been going on, especially in my point of view. Now, guys, you know me, yeah. I keep it a buck, like that. And I say it, yeah, how it is. No compromising, right? Now, guys, let me tell you something for free, right? Because in my point of view, yeah, I'm going to say big up to Slot. Big up to Slot, the way he just figured out Man United. Because the thing about it is that, actually, I'm not going to, say less, like that, yeah, on what Slot did. What he did was sick, because the thing about it is that I like his temperament and I like his confidence, and I just like the way he deals with stuff, and it shines through the press conference, like that. And the thing about it is that how he managed to figure out Ten Hag in 3 games is absolutely sick. And the thing about it is that how he managed to coach his players, especially Gvbrazy. Now, we all know that Gvbrazy is a technical brother, like that, and he's not normally a 6. And what gets to me is that he played there, though. He played there, and Slot, yeah, he's. No, you gotta, as I said, man, you gotta give him his flowers, yeah, for doing what he's doing at the moment, man. Especially when the players he has is not his players. And and then able, man, to get them, you're absolutely geared up, running and going for it, like that. And able, man, to put what he wants into Liverpool. And that is something, man, that you want in a manager, like that. Like, the thing about it is that to have such a good temperament, yeah, and then to have great confidence. Do you see that in Ten Hag? You don't see that in Ten Hag. You don't. And then Slot, in 90 seconds, right, he explained, yeah, it wasn't even 5 minutes. It was 1 minute and a half. He explained in 90 seconds on how Man United to break down Man United. It took him, just to explain 90 seconds. Because you know why? Because now he just told the whole world how to break down Ten Hag's Man United. He told everybody. Because the thing about it is that Man United, right, they're so predictable. So predictable. And then the thing about it is that it's gonna happen eventually when Ten Hag he's gonna go. He's gonna go. He's gonna go. Because the thing about it is that that he, as I said, man, that Ten Hag has no excuses now. He has no excuses to make it. The thing about it is that Ineos, they have backed him. They have backed him here on such a point. Now, right now, is that everybody right now is saying that, show us what you can do now, since that right now, your team, the players that you have right now, is exactly how you want it. We don't want Garnacho, but you got him there. You eventually brought Ahmad in. I'm saying eventually, because Ten Hag don't rate Ahmad, but we all do. He's a technical brother, and as I said it in the previous video, he likes to link play. Exactly what I said about Sancho when he was here before he went to Chelsea. He's a brother that likes to link play. Xerxes, exact the same thing. But yet, he put Rashford or Garnacho with Xerxes. Well, Xerxes is a player that likes to draw people in, that likes to link play. And then he's not I believe personally, that he's normally a player that likes to link play off from feet. He likes to bring it from feet, and able to link play 1-2-1-2. And the thing about it is that because that now that Ten Hag, he got the players that year he wants. They got, don't forget that Ineos here got rid of Sancho. Now, coach your way out of this now. Coach your way out of this. Because you said that, because we all said that we all said that he was a coach. And the thing about it is that all of us here all buyed into what he wanted from Manchester United. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. And the thing about it is that, like, now that I've said that, right, all of us, right, and all of us, especially when Ten Hag came in, don't forget, it's not like 3 games ago that he came in. Before this transfer market, he came in 2 seasons ago. And the thing about it is that then we all wanted this guy to succeed. But he's given us poison now. And the thing about it is that do you want us, man, to eat, enjoy, and watch poison? Less of that. So this is what I'm trying to say, is that now he's backed, to such a point that now, he has no excuses. And the thing about it is that Ineos, they're trying their best to back you right now, Ten Hag. Back you, especially the man out there that still believe in Ten Hag. And people end up blaming the players like Casemiro. Oh, his legs are gone. Like I said in the previous video. Or Casemiro is bad. Or Mainu is worn out. Of course, because one, Mainu, he's not a 6. You put him right in the front of the defense. That's not his game. And Casemiro, because he's now an older, because now he's an older player, what you now need to do is that you need to put him in a system where his flaws are not shown. If you want to play Casemiro there, you have to make sure that the way that you play, the way that the system works, that you're able to complement everybody. And then the last thing that you want is that as soon as Casemiro has the ball, everybody is running forward. The thing about it is that, as I said, I play football, right? And I play either on the wing or behind the striker, an attacking midfielder or a centre forward, right? And for example, right, from what I know, right, is that if a player has the ball, you got to give them options, passing options. And if everybody's all running forward, there's no support. So no wonder my Casemiro got caught bare times. And that picture of, Jim Ratcliffe, family, man, like, with him suffering watching Man United, man, like, going 3-0 down, and not even that, Liverpool olaying us at Old Trafford, and Ten Hag is actually standing there watching man like Liverpool olaying you right in your backyard, fam. No wonder, man, Slot, man, found that Ten Hag so easily, fam. And the thing about it, it was so easy for Liverpool, so easy that Van Dijk, he needed a Kool-Aid. Drank his Kool-Aid, man, and just relaxing right there, right next to the goal. No one doesn't need to be in defense. Just relax. Sit there with the Kool-Aid drinking, say, fam, nothing is gonna happen. Of course, because there's no firepower, man. There was no firepower in that forward. Can you actually put trust on Garnacho, Rashford, and Xerxes? Can you actually? The only shining light, man, in that forward is that Ahmad. Because don't forget, man, that the only 2 players that score for us from top of my head here is Xerxes and Ahmad. You guys, man, can, correct me if I'm wrong on that. The thing about it is that, Liverpool going 3-0 down. You know, because at one point you were surprised, not surprised yet because of you just you're just surprised the way things are going, but not surprised. You know, like you're surprised, like, wow, it's gone this low, fam. It's gone this low. But then at the same time, you're not surprised because it has been like this for a very long time. So then for Ten Hag, man, to shape up the way that he did against Liverpool, right? I'm not surprised that Ahmad didn't even start. The thing about it is that ballers here like Ahmad just want to play football. But then, yeah, what happened is that AI football just ruins everything. Ruins everything, right? And then that's why I'm glad that he didn't start, because if he had started, definitely he would have been scapegoated. And I'm so happy that he didn't actually start that game, not play that game, but let's say start that game, because he came on the second half. And this is why that in the end, everybody you just have a go. Look, we all know that. Look, it's not just, it's a combination of problems. It's a combination of problems, to be honest, because like, for example, like you just want the mandem just to play, but at the same time they can't play because the system isn't right. There's no style of play. There's no triangles. You're like, sometimes you watch the game and be like, what are we doing? As I said about passing options, there's no passing options whatsoever. You know, like I said about like Ahmed, when Ahmed came on, he brought in football. What I meant about that is that he was able to link play, able man to cut inside, able to make things happen, able to get into the box, trying to go at players. You know, obviously, if he hasn't got the option to do that, then obviously he has to make a simple pass back, because obviously his pass, you know, his lane of where he's trying to run and dribble with the ball, it's not there. So obviously he has to pass back. But then as soon as he gets a chance, man, to attack, he goes for it. This is not entertaining football. It's not entertaining whatsoever. Yeah, and someone actually blowing the horn. Yes, fam, I know. No entertaining football. You watch and be like, what am I watching? It's like someone in the kitchen, man, trying to combine all sort of ingredients, hoping that you get like you get food that is edible. But what Ten Hag is doing out there is not edible. It's not edible. Now look. I'm not trying to say that if we had Ahmed on the pitch, we would have won the game. No. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm saying is that you got to use your best players. You got to use your best players. And not even that. You got to have a system where your best players flourish. If not, what's going to happen is that you end up misprofiling your players. So then they're going to war and then their flaws are showing. What does that tell you? That's the worst thing. This is what I'm saying about Mainu. Mainu, I see Mainu as either as an advanced 8 or 10, because he likes to he takes risks, dribble, takes on players, able man he knows. Look at the instinct he has here in the Euros, and look at the goal that he did against Wolves when it was 3-3, and look at Mainu. That instinct of him just like taking on 3 players and then curling it right into the bottom corner. But then right now, the thing about it is that this is what I'm saying, that somebody needs to come in here to kind of an experienced player to play that role where Mainu's playing, because right now he is family. He's being suffocated. And other than that, he's a young brother as well. You're running him to the ground. if you keep on doing this and overnight, if he's not nurtured, what's gonna happen? That as soon as he's 25, he's stagnated. He's gonna be like Rashford. Sad to say right now, man, like Rashford, he's stagnated, and that's what's gonna happen if you do not nurture your players. And everybody, man, should realize that players are human beings. They're not machines that you put on the pitch. This is what I mean about AI football these days. Look what's happening now. No one is not allowed to express themselves. Look at England. Now look, obviously, look, let's keep it on the deep low with England, right? Obviously, the first game under Carsley, right? But in the first half, look at Grealish in that 10 role, balling out. This is what I mean. Like if you give a player that kind of license to play their normal role and allow them to at least express themselves just a little bit, they will enjoy their football. But then yet you put a 10, an 8, like Manu, and put him on a 6. Reminds me of Pogba. Pogba was never a 6. Pogba is a player that plays a little bit further forward, like an 8. And I think when it's like a 4-3-3, the 3 on the left of the 3. Just that thing, like Manu, he's a technical player, quite agile, and it reminds me of Sabitzer, if I can pronounce his name, Sabitzer, when he was here, fam, like Ten Hag, right? Like, one thing I don't understand is, right, like, similar to how he is right now here in Dortmund. Now, Sabitzer plays here in the left, plays as a 10, right? And then for his country, he plays in the exact same role, for how he plays for Dortmund. But when he was at Man United, do you know what Ten Hag did? Ten Hag, he profiled Sabitzer as a what? As a 6. And Sabitzer is a player that plays further forward, as an 8, 10, as a left wing. And the proof is in the pudding. Do you remember that time? I think it was the Europa League when Sabitzer was playing further forward, and obviously he scored a brace. That tells you everything you need to know. Sabitzer plays as a 10, 9 wing, and you put him on a 6. Does this ring bells to you? Like the way Manu is right now? I really do feel sorry for Manu right now, man, fam. I really do, because not like it's like more like a concern. Someone that likes football, someone that loves football, man. I mean, you watch a generational talent like Manu, he's running himself to the ground. We shouldn't even be relying on this man. And when I say man, I mean this young player. We shouldn't rely on him. This young brother, we shouldn't be relying on him. This is why that, a player should have been replacing him, so that way he gets enough rest. Because the thing about it is that when you're fresh, you're able to enjoy what you do. But then if you're keeping suffocating yourself into working without any rest, it's gonna catch up to you. Not just physically and mentally, because I know how that feels, and I know that. And then we have Garnacho, which he's best coming off from the bench. He shouldn't even be starting, but yet because Ten Hag likes runners without technical ability, he puts him on. People are going to criticize the player, but as I said before, that's it, that if the manager doesn't set up tactically properly in the game, your soldiers are obviously going to suffer. And that's what's been happening again and again and again. It happened here in the 2 of the 3 games we have had. If people can't see that, then definitely they're watching a different game, because we all can see that. It just shows us here that, like him, he's definitely incapable of changing things round, or I don't know if he's just being stubborn, on like being there watching the game, writing things down, and you wonder what is he writing down. Like early in that Liverpool game, what's he writing down? If you see something that is wrong, fam, you go for it. You don't wait. You don't wait. If something's wrong here with Manu, fam, you take off Casemiro for Collier, so then Collier can play number 10 or somewhere further forward, and then Manu as a lone 6. And you look there and be like, wait a second. You leave Casemiro or Manu as a lone 6 here, and every mandem, I said that every mandem need a partner, striking partner, midfield partner. And the thing about it is that we only need players that are different to complement each other in terms of runs, being technical, being agile, good in the first phase, scanning. But Manu can't do that because Manu likes to take risks. And the thing about it is that he put players that are not 6 in being a 6. And that's poisonous right there. He's not enjoying his football. Like last year, Manu, right? He was enjoying his football. He was balling. But as I said before, that because it's his first season, now the thing about it is that now because he's been asked to do something that he is not in his game, obviously he's not going to enjoy it. You can tell that he's getting a little bit frustrated. And a young player like him shouldn't be stressed. He should be enjoying his game, enjoying his football. When you got technical brother here like Manu, Ahmad and Xerxes, fam, you got to take advantage here of these players. Like I said, right, that we need players that are runners and then also, when I mean by runners, I mean with technical ability, able to be agile. That way, you're able, man, here to take it here from phase A, B to C. Now, nobody cannot say out there, oh, I just want to win. Wait a second. You just want to win. How are you going to win? How are we? How is Man United here going to win consistently without even knowing how you won the game before? This is what I mean about like Ten Hag. All he's doing now is just throwing also ingredients into a pot in the kitchen, put all sort of ingredients, sauce, salt, pepper, and he's hoping that it's gonna come out right. But it's not coming out right, fam. This is what I mean about like Manu needs guidance and the proper nurturing. On the ball, he's fantastic. But then you're off the ball, he's like Ten Hag, lost. And nothing like that, it's not even his fault. So when Man United are building up, he needs to be in a certain position. And that's how it needs to be when you're playing on the pitch. When you're getting the ball, when you're receiving the ball from the first phase, you got to be in a certain position. So then that way, it's easier to get from A, B, and C. But then the thing about it is that if you're in a position where it can be a little bit tight, then this is where as I said, that you need passing options, but then you need to be fast and technical on the pass, the weight of pass as well. But then all Ten Hag's saying that run, where it's like I'm just repeating myself over and over and over again. And playing the 3-1-6. I mean, like, the thing about it is that Pep likes to play in a 3-2-5. But then Ten Hag likes to play a 3-1-6, in thinking that might work. And all these men supporting Ten Hag, thinking that winning an FA Cup and a Carabao Cup is the bread and butter. Less of that. Man United, man, it needs to be winning the Premier League and winning the Champions League. And then the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, it comes after. Like I said before, man, like when we won the FA Cup, when we won the Carabao Cup, I wasn't gassed. I was like, okay, cool. But look what happened before. The Carabao Cup, when we won it, I think around that time we went worse. Before the FA Cup, I was like, family. Because didn't we not win like 2 games consecutively before the FA Cup? Forgive me if I got that wrong. I still wasn't happy about that, man. I was like, fam, nah. The style of play, awful. Look how the standards of this team have fallen. And me, I like to say, man, like, big ups to the reporter who stuck on Ten Hag after the game, because it looked like as if he was a fan. Because these days, managers don't get real questions. They don't about the match or how the match here went on. But then, yeah, all he can say is, what was it? I'm sorry for you. But I'm thinking he's saying that I feel sorry for you. And then he talks about XG and trophies. When the reporter asks you about tactics, telling me everything I need to know about his mindset, and then all of a sudden, man, we have like you kind of see and be like, nah, fam, he was rattled. Definitely, he was rattled. He does not have that kind of humility to kind of be like, you know what, I have to look at myself and say, I made a mistake. We all must improve. We all must take responsibility. Maturity, right? And I say this here to my friends, and also here to my family members, and I say that to them, and I say that, look, maturity does not come here from blaming others. Right? Like, I say that maturity comes from responsibility. And the thing about it is that if you do not take responsibility, you're fired, fam. You're fired, fam. And I'm not even like Ten Hag gaslights everybody. Anyway, I won't get into that because I said that so many times here in the previous videos. Just watch. I'm just thinking, just watch it here when they ban that reporter. They're gonna ban him from the conferences. It just shows you how much of a snowflake generation here we live in. You need pressure to improve. You need constructive criticism and feedback to improve based on your performance. We have to give you constructive criticism. The way that we have to tell you it. We have to tell you it. There's a difference between abusive and constructive. And you gotta take it on the chin. And be like, fam, I'm not playing well. The thing about that, everybody in terms of personality, the person within, we are all different. We're all different, right? And this is when management comes in. Now, obviously, for everybody you don't need to have constructive criticism, right? Some people may need an arm around them. And people shouldn't say, and people shouldn't point fingers or the fact that somebody is a certain way, somebody is this and that. We have to remember that everybody grows up in different environments. So obviously, one person is not different from the. Is I say no different. Let me rephrase that. One person is different from another person. So that is why Sir Alex here never yelled at Nani, but then he had a go at Wayne Rooney, for example, Ryan Giggs, because they know how to take on the pressure. But Nani Senior, what Sir Alex here did to Ryan Giggs and did to Wayne Rooney, he's able to see it because Nani wouldn't have taken that, and that's man management right there. And the thing about it is that Sir Alex here knew everybody's family, I believe, knew where everybody's coming from, and this is man management. The thing about it is that players, they need to be cared here in a personal point of view, because then if you don't have the skill to do that, it's going to reflect on your relationship you're on and off the pitch. Obviously Ten Hag probably was brought up differently, probably because his environment probably, he wasn't relatable to others. So then he's not able to relate yet to his players. Everybody, man, you need to have different man management. Everybody needs to be managed a different way. Now, but if you lose that, that's also going to cost you. That's the thing, like, even for someone here to come out and apologize and take responsibility is also showing a good role model and good man management here to others. And what Ten Hag did here in that interview after the Liverpool game wasn't say less, like that. It just shows that he doesn't know yet what he's doing. We all make mistakes here, and also for Liverpool, especially like how Liverpool now know how Man United play. As I said, Man United was so predictable. Even Slot saw that, and over that I heard that even Pep doesn't know how Ten Hag sets up. So what he does, he said, look, let's just check how Man United will play today this game, and then we'll see how we can counter it as time goes on. Like Liverpool press at the right time for Casemiro to make mistakes, and people always have a go at Casemiro. It's part of the game, fam. It's part of the game to make mistakes. And as I said before, life, being human, right? You're going to make mistakes. We're a human being. We all make mistakes. So, you know what I mean? And people, man, shouldn't always point fingers every time, like just because someone had did something a mistake or did something that is bad. We all need to remember, man, that there's another layer to it, that we are all human beings. We're all the same. We're all the same. Doesn't matter. Don't ever think that just because someone has did something bad doesn't mean that you cannot do anything bad. That is something, guys, that we have to also look. But at the same time, we all must take responsibility of what we've done and say, look, we all must improve. Now, obviously, if you do not, if you don't take responsibility, maturity will never come. And that goes for everything in life. And another thing about Onana, family. I mean, like the goal, for Salah, it's like as if that Onana, man, was giving Salah the Haaland treatment. Do you remember in the Community Shield when you were trying to give Haaland the goal? And also, for Collier, man, bringing him on, man, how's that going to affect the boy's confidence now, since that you just threw him into the game against Liverpool, and then 3 players swooned him up 2 or 3 times? Onana, man, oh my days, Onana, Onana, man, he was like, here's the goal, come on, score if you want it. it's like like telling it, giving Salah, man, giving Salah the Haaland treatment. The way that the ball that came across here to Salah took it first time, goal. The way that Onana was, he was further away. And I'm like, it was like as if Onana was like, go on Salah, score, make it 3-0. There's your early birthday present for you. His positioning you was so bad. The way he dives, man, is like cannonball, fam. That's the thing. The thing about it, man, is that I'm no goalkeeper, man. But the thing about it is that you have to have the ball. You have to have your body behind the ball. And the thing about it is that every time the ball comes straight at me, you always dive. Hold it. I'm no goalkeeper, but I see simple stuff. Simple goalkeeping. Get your body behind the ball. When the ball comes, you bounce it, grab on the floor. That's it. But then it's like you're watching a drama series, man. Behind you. The ball is going towards your net. You look back, the ball is shot. You're towards Onana, and you expect Onana, man, you to actually grab it, but then he does a save, goes on over the bar, and you're like, wait a second, Onana, my fam, Andrea, Onana, you could have just held it. And Bruno, my days, man, probably one of the most overrated players ever. The thing about it is that I'll call him Mr. Spamming. People rate him because of GA and XG, on stats, man, that don't really matter. But stats, the only stats that matter in my own eyes is goals and assists. I would like to see an assist. Sorry, let me say that again. I would like a stat that shows contributors. Because Casemiro contributes. Players, man, who are technical, like Grealish, like Sancho, like Ahmad, contributes. I heard that, I heard before that that Fernandes here has 3 more assists than Pogba. And people, man, you were slating and killing Pogba. Bear in mind that Pogba was playing as a 6, not further forward. And then the goal difference here wasn't even pretty from the start when he came here, to the season before, and then now this. And then now we are what, takeaway -3 in the Premier League now. I'm just thinking that, when are we ever going to have plus part of our goal difference? I have no confidence on the lack of firepower on Rashford, Xerxes and Garnacho. Xerxes have no one here to link, to play his game as well. Especially Garnacho, man, who was just happy, man, to be at Man United. I tell you what, fam, once a better player comes in, he's gone, fam. He is gone. Because the players that come in don't need to be half decent, man, to be better than Garnacho. We will see, man, in the future, man, if Garnacho will be like where everybody wants him to be. But as I said before, man, I'm here to be proven wrong. I'm here to be absolutely proven wrong. And no offense here to Xerxes, I like him, but he's not a number 9. He's a false 9 that likes to play the ball to his feet, as I said. Being technical with him, not crossing in and spamming balls to him. Like for me, from my ends, right? The way that I play, I would rather play it with ballers because of synergy, because we are on the same wavelength. So that way, guys, me and my friends, we know how to link play. We know how to able to read where I'm going, where my man is going. So for me, I said this in the previous video that I said when I'm playing as a winger, obviously I like to beat my man, and also when I'm playing behind the striker, same thing. But what I do is that I scan the pitch. I try my best to make sure that I have a picture in my head to know where I am, to know where everybody is. You know, to know my space as well. And the thing about it is that that's what Man United, man. This is what Manchester United need to do. Synergy. Everybody be in the same wavelength. But then what happened is that players man like Sancho end up leaving because he wasn't even enjoying his football. Fam, look, let's keep it a buck. Even for me, if I was playing for Man United, I wouldn't even enjoy it. Sancho, a baller like him, man, like to be able, man, to go and enjoy football elsewhere, tell you everything you need to know. Tell you everything you need to know. You know. Then again, like Ahmad, right? Like Ahmad, likes to link play. But then what happened is that, I remember this, like Ahmad is expected to link play with Bruno Fernandes. What does Bruno Fernandes does? He spams the ball. Mr. Spamming. As I said before, man, like for him, he needs to play basic football, fam. Play it basic. Like I said, man, Xerxes and Ahmad, man, they're gonna suffer. They're absolutely gonna suffer, man, in this team. Fam, I have no confidence whatsoever, man, in this Man United team. And also the coach. Because the coach is making them play worse. And then the thing about it is that what is worse is this is, right, you look at Man United team paper by paper. What I mean, like, for example, you see the lineup, and you see a lineup of Southampton, for example, whom we're playing next, right? And you say to yourself, wait a second, Man United, man, got all of these players. They should able, man, to at least beat Southampton. Look, if you look at the fixtures, right? Wait, let me check out the fixtures, right? So, wait. Okay, yeah. Now, look. We got Southampton against Man United. So, we got Southampton coming after the international break. And then 2 days' time, we got Barnsley in the Carabao Cup third round. And then we got Crystal Palace. Then we got 20 at the Europa League. Okay. Then we got Tottenham. Then we got Porto. Then we got Aston Villa. We got Brentford. We got Fenerbahce, and then West Ham. And then we got Chelsea. And then we got let's check. We got, I don't know how to pronounce this team's name, but it's got initials like PAOKFC. Who was actually in this? What? Wait, let me check that out. Oh, okay. They're second in the Super League in Greece. Oh, fam. Okay. All right, and then we got Leicester. All right. Okay. Now, I'm going to concentrate here only on the Premier League itself because that's the bread and butter, like that. So, Man United got Southampton, then Crystal Palace, then Tottenham, then Aston Villa. Family. Those four games, man, it is bookie for him. Absolute bookie for him. He's gonna be Crystal Palace, Ten Hag, he's gonna struggle in all four games. Now look, this is not personal here on Ten Hag. It's not personal, right? We're all human. But in every job that we all do is a result industry. And the thing about it is that if you don't make the right decisions here to change the game, that's on you. But the thing about it is that it happens in every job. What I'm saying, it happens in every job. So like, if you're not pulling the right results, and then you're pulling failed results here all the time, you know where the exit door is. Give me your ID and use it and never come back. This is exactly what's going to happen here if Ten Hag doesn't even change things around. But how can you? But the way that he is, you can't. For him to do that, he needs to be the opposite of himself. And then look at the fixtures, and then you can just tell that if Ten Hag does not produce, he's going to be using the same door, that same exit door. What I can remember, right, is that we lost 14 games in the Premier League. That's almost half. That's why, man, I have no confidence going forward with him. And another than that, I'm not going to get gassy if we do win against Southampton. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it low. The thing about it is that even Ollie, I know that I'm going further and further, and this is a long video, but there's a lot to cover. And the thing about it is that Ollie, we scored more than 5 goals, I believe, under Ollie, right? Even though that we had the likes of Greenwood and Martial. But for Ten Hag, I don't remember ever scoring more than 2 or 3 goals. Anyway, let's talk about Souness, right? Souness comments. Because Souness says something. I think it was last week, right? Now, he's not wrong. He's not wrong on what he said, because the thing about it is that the way things are going here for Manu, in the way that he's developing, like I said before, it's not going well. This is why that he needs to be nurtured. This is why that he needs to be coached the right way to help him, and then also to see what kind of caliber Manu is as a player. And like I said here, he's not a 6, but like an advanced 8 or 10. And the thing about it is that one of the reasons that he's playing below the standards of him is only because he's playing too many games. Don't forget that he played the Community Shield, even though that he didn't have any rest. I don't think he even had he didn't have a preseason, but he came from the Euros. So he came straight in. And other than that, Ten Hag, man, you can't make an excuse here for Ugarte. We heard that he said something like, it will take a month for him to be embedded into the squad, but yet Ugarte is playing for his national team. Family. The thing about it is that if Manu continues, he's definitely gonna have a burnout. He's definitely gonna have a burnout. And the thing about it is that, like I said, man, that we cannot rely on him. As I said, that someone, man, you need to come in to kind of help him, even if he's an experienced player, and then Manu can come in like a substitute or come in 2-3 games later just to rest him, because he needs that rest. You need man management. You need to look. This is the reason why that Ten Hag doesn't know his players. When I mean doesn't know his players, he doesn't know his players as human beings, their life, their situation. Because when you know their situation, then you know who they are. And then when you throw Collier on, and when you put Manu on as number 6, that tells you everything. That's been Manu. He's a risky player. Likes to take risk, and putting a player like that there, you can't put him as a number 6. Having a risky player to do the first phase is very risky, because if you lose the ball in the first phase, what happens is that already the team is having a go at you, having a go at your defense, and then likely they're gonna score. So that is why, man. So this is what I mean. So that's why I say, yeah, Souness, he's not wrong. He's not wrong, fam. Now, of course, like, a lot of people, a lot of men out there are not going to listen just because of the messenger. Like, for example, like if I said it, people may listen. Like I said, like if I said the exact same thing as Souness, they may listen. But because Souness said it, they may not listen. But people have to just remove the messenger out of the way and just listen to what he said. He's not wrong. The standards here of Man United is low, fam. Absolutely low. So then, for the first time, I cannot agree more with Souness. Man United back in the day, yeah, were warriors on the pitch. Nowadays, there's no passion. There is no will. There was no fight. There is no like football IQ on the pitch. Even the manager doesn't even have IQ based on football and profiling players to put the right players in the right position. Like I said about Sabitzer last season. Or the season before that. It was season before that. It feels like 11 lost soldiers on the pitch. So when when Man United is like a shell year of itself, and for the past 10 years, and if Ten Hag continues this, either Ineos here are blind and then want this to continue for another years, or they have to get rid of him. Now, obviously, a lot of people here want to see what will happen until Christmas. Minimum Christmas to see. Fam. I don't see a Ten Hag. I don't see Ten Hag, man, like changing this around. And other than that, man, like his name here is called Ten Hag, but it will be Eric Ten Hag himself. If he doesn't pattern up. But guys, you know me that I'm still watching Ineos and then see what happens, because as I said before, I'm not gassed yet, especially what I said in the previous videos. Because the thing about it is that obviously, yes, most business is done in the summer transfer market, but we have to see how things will go with their decision making. And now, guys, that we got Southampton coming up next year after the international break. And obviously they lost all their games. Now, for real. If our standards here wasn't this low, and obviously if the Glazers didn't do what they did, to either slump it down onto a mud, and also Ineos now have to pick up the dirt, the pieces up, right? We should be beating Southampton. It should be light work. It should be light work, fam. But I wouldn't be surprised if we end up drawing, like that. Look, fam, I'm calm, my bro, but this is absolutely it's peak. It's peak. And what can you do? What can you do? Especially when you got a manager that hasn't not only got man management, but doesn't know how to manage the game. And thinking that putting players on will change it. No, you got a system, you got a style of play, change it. Don't only stick with plan A. You got to at least have plan B and plan C. Anyways, look, I'm going over my time, fam. I got over my time, but yeah, I just trying to round things up, because it's like everybody, including Ineos. Yes, we saw that Ineos, they said that, yeah, we're backing Ten Hag, everything like that. Yep. But look, I think Ineos is doing that to save face, and actually they're actually watching Ten Hag like the way we're also watching Ten Hag. You know, yeah. And then I think that is why that Ruud van Nistelrooy is there. They put that. I think they put that there for like a contingency plan. Damn, my mouth and my brain. They did that year like a safe option. So in case Ten Hag goes, then Van Nistelrooy can probably take over until the end of the season as an interim. Because why would Ruud van Nistelrooy turn down the Burnley job? You know, like that. So that is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, guys, yeah, I'm going to stop right here. It's been a lit show. It's been a lit video. And guys, like, run the likes up here in this video, you know, like that. And guys, don't forget to subscribe. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Anyway, guys, big up all of you, man, for watching. Take care of yourself. Bless. Peace. Gvbrazy here. See you guys in the next video. Say no more.